Welcome to the Westview College Workshop Series, University of California Application Basics presentation. In this presentation, we will review the basic admission requirements, application timeline, comprehensive review process, and navigating the UC application. Hopefully you are already familiar with admission requirements for the UC system. The A through G requirements cover the core subject areas in history, English, math, science, foreign language, visual and performing arts, and college prep electives. Please review the chart on screen to make sure that you have met the minimum course requirements to be eligible for UC admissions. Although the minimum GPA is a 3.0, we know that average GPA for admissions is often much higher. You can check Family Connection or the individual college websites for average GPAs to each specific UC. Also required for admissions is the ACT plus writing or SAT reasoning test. The UC application is available now. You are able to create your account and start filling it out. However, the timeline for submission remains November 1st through the 30th. Your UC application and all required documents must be submitted by November 30th. Please keep track of all deadlines and make sure that you're giving yourself enough time to fill out the application. Also be aware that the deadline usually falls over Thanksgiving break. Counselors are not available that week to help answer questions as we are also on break. So plan ahead and get your questions answered early. You will start to hear back from colleges on their decision during the month of March. At that time, you will also receive financial aid award letters that can help determine which campuses are offering you assistance. You will need to make your final choice and submit your statement of intent to register by May 1st. That's right, by May 1st of next year, you'll know where you're attending college. At the end of the year, you will also need to submit a final transcript request. This will be part of your senior checkout process. All final transcripts need to be received to the UC by July 1st. Every UC campus gets the same application, but they will review it all individually. Each campus may have a different lens with which they view your application. They all use the same basic admission requirements, but they may be looking for something specific at different campuses. Make sure you don't include any campus-specific comments on your application, specifically in your personal statement, as that wouldn't look good to the other campuses that you're applying. Comprehensive review is the process that UC uses to evaluate your application. It was created by UC faculty and allows both academic and non-academic factors to be considered. This process allows the admissions reader to look at you as a whole person who is more than just a GPA and test scores. It is up to you to include information in your application that gives them context to what you have done. They want to know if you have taken advantage of the opportunities that have been presented to you in high school. Or if you had limited opportunities, why was that? If you had the chance to take advanced classes or participate in clubs, did you choose to do so? If not, why didn't you? You need to make sure to answer these questions throughout your application. This slide shows you the 14 factors that UC determined as part of their comprehensive review process. We won't go through all of them, but you can see that they include both academic and non-academic factors. Here are some tips for presenting yourself well on the UC application. Make sure you include everything that you feel is important and that they should know about you somewhere on the application. You have the activities and awards section, the academic section, and the personal statement. Use those opportunities to tell them what it is about you that is special and unique. If you have an interest in a specific major, you could talk about that. If there's something in your family background, such as being a first-generation college student, or that you're following in the footsteps of your ancestors who were all in a specific profession, make sure you tell them about it. Tell them why you chose to participate in specific activities. It's not important to them that you have done certain things, but what is important to them is that you explain why you have chosen the activities that you have done. Also, make sure to avoid acronyms. The admissions reader may not know what APEC, APUSH, CSF, or ROTC stands for. You need to spell it out and explain it so they don't leave your application with any questions. Make sure you provide accurate and updated contact information. Colleges will contact you through email, so please check your email every couple of days. You don't want to miss any important deadlines. The application will help walk you through selecting which campuses you're applying to, and each one will have a section for choosing your major. Some will give you an option for an alternate major, but others may not. Also be aware that there is a 30-minute time limit for each page, so make sure you're saving frequently. If you haven't already created an account, you will need to do so the first time you log in. You should receive a confirmation email pretty quickly. If you don't see one, make sure you check your spam folder and add the UC Application Center to your contacts list. Again, you don't want to miss receiving important emails. Also, a reminder that it's best not to wait until the last few days to submit your application. The system always gets bogged down and has issues those last few days of November. Think about the 70,000 to 80,000 people who apply to a single UC campus. All those people trying to use the system at one time will create issues. Make sure you choose fall quarter semester 2015 for the term that you're applying to, and that you're applying as a freshman. Once you're in the UC app, you will see the progress bar with the 8 sections across the top of the screen. You can jump between the sections, or you can just progress naturally through them by using the Next button. On the right side of the screen, you'll see a list of the specific sections within each tab, and a list of frequently asked questions specific to that section. Your Social Security number is used to accurately merge your official test scores on the ACT and the SAT and the FAFSA with your application. Make sure you include it here so there aren't any delays in processing your application with these other documents. As I mentioned earlier, you will choose which specific campuses you're applying to and which major you're choosing for each campus. Most campuses have the option for an alternate major, but some do not. If you have questions about whether or not you should choose undeclared, please talk with your counselor and the admissions reps from the schools you're applying to. There are multiple factors you want to consider when deciding between choosing a major or going undeclared. If you're considering applying for EOP, the Educational Opportunity Program, you will need to fill out additional information on the application. EOP is a program for low-income or first-generation college students. If you want more information about qualifications, check the website listed on the bottom of the page or search on the UC Admissions website. The questions in the About You section are used to give additional context to your application. You'll be asked to provide information about your family's size and financial status. This information is not used to determine residency or financial aid offers. If you're applying for a fee waiver, you are required to answer these questions. Thank you for watching this webinar on the basics of the UC application. Hopefully this gave you an overview of the various sections of the application and the type of information that you'll be asked to provide. If you still have questions or need assistance, here are a few ways that we can be of help. Watch the other video tutorials on specific areas of the application. These webinars go much more in depth into those specific sections. Counselors are also available to answer questions on Wednesdays at lunch, starting Wednesday, September 17th through October 29th. We will have specific rooms for different applications. For UC questions, please visit room D116. We will also host 3 live application review workshops on November 5th, 12th, and 19th in room A104 at 8 o'clock a.m. During these workshops, you'll be able to log onto your application and get your questions answered, or have a counselor review the application before you submit. We can also help review your application. Usually it's the academic section that we need to check. If you want to print it out for us, you can then bring it by our office and have us take a quick look. It's better to have us double check it than to submit and realize that you made a mistake. We are here to help. Please come see us when you need it. Thank you again for watching and have a great day.